Kylian Mbappe is the best footballer in the world at age 24. He's already won pretty much every trophy that you can win, and he's been wanting to leave Paris Saint-Germain for a very long time. Kylian Mbappe is 110% being sold this summer. That is confirmed. It shouldn't be a surprise that every elite club wants Mbappe. It's going to be a difficult choice for his next career move. So in today's video, I'm going to evaluate all of his options and come to the conclusion of where Mbappe should join. Should it be his favourite club, Real Madrid, or should he take £1 billion from Saudi Arabia? We're going to weigh it all up. But firstly, if you like the video, make sure you smash a like and subscribe to the channel if you are new. My preferred choice is at the end of the video, so make sure you stick around. Let's get straight into it. So I think it's only right to start with Real Madrid. Mbappe is a boyhood Real Madrid fan. When he was growing up, Cristiano Ronaldo was at the peak of his powers playing for Real Madrid, and Mbappe always emulated Ronaldo. And if Mbappe did join Real Madrid, he would get that elusive number 7 shirt. So he would have the chance to step in to fill his idol Cristiano Ronaldo's dreams. Now, we mentioned that there is one trophy that Mbappe has not won yet, and that is the Champions League. And what better team to go to than Real Madrid for winning Champions Leagues? They've won it 14 times, and with the team they've got, they're going to be challenging for it this season. Kylian Mbappe would also be on a very good wage at Real Madrid. I think that's pretty obvious to say. He's also more than likely to win La Liga and maybe another trophy there. However, the doubts are on Real Madrid's side. Firstly, with the purchase of Jude Bellingham for just over £100 million, can they actually afford to get both Mbappe and Bellingham in one season? They've already spent 120 million euros this season, and Mbappe is going to cost upwards of 200 million euros more than likely. And Mbappe has come out many times saying he doesn't really enjoy playing at striker. He prefers playing on the wing. But that's already dominated by Vinicius Jr. and Rodrigo. And they certainly would not be happy of Mbappe's arrival. So to summarise, I don't actually think he'll go to Real Madrid. The second option is probably the most simple option, but he stays at PSG and then leaves for free next summer. Now, the PSG hierarchy want Mbappe to either sign a contract this summer to extend his stay, or they sell him this summer. They do not want him to run down his contract and leave for free next summer. But it makes the most sense for Mbappe and also Real Madrid. However, I don't see this happening either. PSG desperately want rid of Mbappe, and I think they'll do anything at any cost. They've already singled him out in training. He's not travelled with the team for pre-season either. He's training with all the other people that PSG want out of the project. And to be honest, PSG are doing everything in their power to get him out of the club. But at the end of the day, it's Mbappe's decision whether he stays or leaves. Because at the end of the day, he's the one signing on the dotted line. But with rumours for years about Mbappe not wanting to stay at PSG, you would have to suggest that he would jump at the chance to leave if a suitable bid came in. Comment down below where you guys want to see Mbappe the most. For me, it's got to be the Premier League. And low-key, it could be scary if Mbappe comes to the Premier League. Now, I think there are probably 4 or 5 clubs in the Premier League that could afford Mbappe. The first one is Spurs, who are apparently taking a real big liking to getting Mbappe in on board. And I've taken a real big liking to Margot Robbie. Not quite sure that's going to happen, though. Let's be real. Spurs, they're nowhere near. They're not going to get Mbappe. No player of any elite quality turns around and goes, you know what? I want to play for Spurs. Just doesn't happen. So we can write Spurs off straight away. Next, we've got Arsenal. And now Arteta is a massive fan of Mbappe. And Mbappe is reportedly a massive fan of Arsenal. Especially the way they play football. Can you imagine a front three of Mbappe, Saka and Martinelli? Arsenal are genuinely set there for 15 years. And they've got the best forward line ever. That would rival MSN and BBC 100%. However, Arsenal have already spent pretty big this summer, which can go one of two ways. Either they've got a lot more money in the bank to spend, or they've not got any money in the bank left to spend, and it would have to depend on outs. I don't see Mbappe playing for Arsenal, unfortunately, Arsenal fans, I'm sorry. Next up, we've got Manchester United, who, to be fair, I could see Mbappe playing for. Obviously, we spoke about Cristiano Ronaldo being Mbappe's favourite player growing up, and well, Ronaldo is an icon at Manchester United. United also need a star player in their forward line, especially with players like Martial leaving. And a front three of Anthony, Mbappe and Rashford? Whoa, that is scary on the counter-attack. I think Manchester United could afford them, especially if they are getting taken over by Qatari ownership. However, under the Glazers, they don't really like to spend that much money. Saying that, they have bought Mount for 60 million and Onana for 40. I think Manchester United could definitely afford to buy Mbappe. Their wage structure is already broken, so he would fit the wage structure. He would do absolutely absolute wonders for that team. And I would actually quite like to see him go to Man United. I don't like Manchester United that much as a club, but I think Mbappe would do amazing there. And getting to see him in the Prem would be fantastic. Next up, we have Chelsea. Now, Todd Boehly is a man on a mission to either ruin world football. I don't really know what his mission is, but can Chelsea afford Mbappe? Can Todd Boehly afford Mbappe? 110%. This summer, Chelsea have already shipped out £220 million worth of players and over £3 million a week on the wage budget. Now, that is a massive cutback. They've only spent about 80 million of that money. However, FFP may be on their tails for spending like 600 million the year before, but the money is definitely there for Chelsea, and Mbappe could definitely play for Chelsea. Mauricio Pochettino is also the manager of Chelsea. I'm not sure if he fell out with Mbappe at PSG, but there's definitely that PSG connection because they have definitely worked together before. Todd Boehly is obviously a man that loves to show off his wealth, especially in football, and it would be a massive statement from Chelsea and Todd Boehly if they got Mbappe in. A forward line of Mudryk, Nkunku and Mbappe. Jesus Christ. However, for Chelsea, there is one massive problem. They don't have any Champions League football next season, or any Europa League football next season, or any Europa League conference football next season. They're not in Europe. So would Mbappe take a year out of potentially winning the Champions League to go to Chelsea to potentially go on and be part of the project? I have no idea, but I'm going to disregard it. But it would be a statement. And finally, the team that I can see him going to if he was to come to the Premier League, it is Manchester City. Pep Guardiola, the best manager in world football right now, potentially the best manager ever. They've just won the treble. They've won the Premier League, the Champions League and the FA Cup. And with players such as Riyad Mahrez, Bernardo Silva and Laporte leaving the club, they're going to get some serious money to be brought in. And especially with Mahrez, Mbappe is his replacement. It's not too shabby, is it? We all know Manchester City like to splash the cash. Spending it all on Mbappe would be unbelievable. I don't even want to imagine Mbappe and Haaland in the same team. Now, the cons of this is they've already won a treble. They're probably going to win the Champions League again. They're probably going to win the Premier League again and the FA Cup, maybe the Carabao Cup. Mbappe's going to win some trophies at City. Going to get paid a decent wage at City. However, Mbappe does seem the type to get jealous. Now, would he like to share the limelight with Erling Haaland? Honestly, I don't know. But I'm not sure City would spend that much money on a player that will leave for free next season. But I would absolutely love him to dominate at City. The next club that we have got is Barcelona. Now, let's be honest, this isn't happening. I don't really know I'm mentioning it, but apparently Barcelona have spoken to PSG and tried to work out a deal. Mbappe ain't going to Barcelona. He's a Real Madrid fan. He loves CR7. He doesn't like Messi that much, especially after the World Cup. Am I right? Barcelona, can they afford this deal? Let's be honest, they can't. Barcelona, for some reason, are in massive financial troubles. Their team, while it's good, I don't think it's amazing. It's definitely not an elite level team. I know they did come first last season in La Liga over Real Madrid, but there's too many cons on this deal, I think. The fact that he hates Barcelona, he doesn't really like their legends either. The team's not that great. He's probably not going to win a Champions League there, and the money that he'll be on is not there. And Barcelona, firstly and foremostly, I don't actually think could afford Kylian Mbappe. So for that, it's a no from me. Now we get to the most interesting deal that Mbappe has been offered. Saudi Arabia have come in with a world record bid for Mbappe, confirmed. A world record bid for Mbappe of 300 million euros or 259 million pounds. PSG have accepted said deal, and Mbappe is free to talk to Al Ittihad, the team that has Ruben Neves, Kalidou Koulibaly and Sergej Milinkovic-Savic. Now, the rumours are Mbappe will earn 700 million euros a season, which, by the way, is all tax-free, so he won't pay any tax, and he is setting himself, his kids up, and his kids' up for life. And with legends such as Cristiano Ronaldo and Karim Benzema there, could that potentially tempt Mbappe to go over to the Saudi League? But let's be honest, 700 million pounds is a lot of money to turn down. Saudi Arabia is one of the few places that can afford Kylian Mbappe and what Paris want for him. The thing about Saudi Arabia is also Kylian Mbappe has the opportunity to make a significant impact on football over there. If the current best player in the world moves to Saudi Arabia, people are going to take notice. this. There's also a potential ambassadorial role for promoting football in the Middle East there for Kylian Mbappe, which means more money. You know what I mean? However, if this did happen, people would probably say that he's sold out. And let's be honest, he will sell out if for 700 million. I will sell myself out for 700 million. But I doubt he would really care what people think about it. Because let's be honest, no one, unless you're a unless you're Elon Musk, you ain't turning that sort of money down. The competition is lower in Saudi Arabia, and more importantly, he cannot win the Champions League there. Saudi Arabian teams are not in the European leagues. Maybe that will change one day, who knows, especially with the rise of Saudi Arabia right now. It could be crazy, but right now they are not in the Champions League. But there is talk that Al Hilal are going to give Kylian Mbappe 700 million euros for one season, and after that one season they're going to let him leave for free to Real Madrid. Now that is absolutely mind-blowing. For Mbappe, it's a win-win situation. You earn generational wealth, not for your own kids, not for your kids' kids, but your kids' will probably have enough money to live comfortably forever. And you only have to play there for one season, and after that season, you get to leave for free, no strings attached, with 700 million euros in your back pocket, all tax-free, and you get to go to your dream club. Your dream move is to go to Real Madrid. And you go to Real Madrid, you get the iconic number 7 shirt that your idol Cristiano Ronaldo wore while you were growing up. You get the chance to be part of a Galacticos era with massive players such as Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., Valverde, Camavinga, Eder Militao, the list goes on. And for me, that's a no-brainer. That is possibly the most perfect, ideal move for Kylian Mbappe. Is it the one that I think he should take? I'll be honest, yes. I would not blame Kylian Mbappe for taking the Saudi League money because it's life-changing money. But if the promise is also to go and have your dream move and literally live your dream as a kid, no one can deny him of that. The only slight con is if Mbappe does get injured out in Saudi Arabia, are Real Madrid going to want him? Only slight problem. But I think on the chessboard, that is the best move that Mbappe can make. Tell me where you want to see Kylian Mbappe next season. Watch this video where I rated every Premier League club's transfer business. I'm not going to lie, it's only been a week and I've had a stinker on it. Anyway, have a good rest of the day. Peace.